Hi, everybody. Welcome to Colorful Cooking at Home. I'm going to come on up here to the camera. I'm Dawn Maddux, and I work with the Heart Resource Center in Spartanburg out of the Heart Center. And we are joined here today with Mac and Irene Romero. And I will let them introduce themselves, but we're really excited that you guys are here. Thank you. And we are going to be making
It's a sopa de frijoles.
sopa de frijoles. And so it is now officially Hispanic Heritage Month. And Mac is originally from
Nicaragua.
Yep. And so he's making one of his favorite dishes. And I'll let you take it away. If you all have any questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A and I can answer them and ask the chef. So there you go. Go for it.
There we go. So, yeah, my name is Mac Romero. I'm from Nicaragua, Central America. And this is my beautiful wife. And yeah, today I'm going to introduce you a really good soup. And that soup is most for like Central America. I know some countries in Central America, they use this kind of soup, but especially this soup is for my grandma. All the time, my grandma, she cook a lot of beans all the time. So the less over, she make soup. So it was a lot. Like every week we have a bean soup. It was a really it's bring me really good memories. So I'm going to try to introduce this to you. And right now we're going to start to cutting the
That we already prepped the beans.
yes. So thank you so much. That's the reason that I have you here. So we have the beans. You can use it's a 1 pound.
Yep.
1 pound of beans. It's whatever kind of beans you want. If you want red beans or black beans, is choose.
Is black beans your favorite?
Red beans is my
Red
favorite.
beans.
Yes, the little
The little red beans are like the ones they
Yeah.
would buy in the market. In
yeah. It was a really big impact when I moved here,
Mhm.
and Irene she introduced me the beans from here
Uh-huh.
because it was too big for me. It was like a really huge big beans.
like kidney beans. He was like, "What are those giant beans?"
Yeah, so I really love red beans, and they are small beans.
And here,
So-
you can bring those forward so they can see. So he's
Yeah.
made the beans right there. Perfect. And you made them in your pressure cooker?
There we go.
Uh-huh.
Pressure cooker. You put garlic and a little salt, and then you just.
Did you put like 1 clove of garlic?
I like garlic, so
Yeah.
it depends to you. If you want it a lot, you can put a lot. If you want, it depends to you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we've made it in the crock pot before, and you kind of leave it in the morning, and when you come home in the evening, the whole house smells like these really delicious beans.
That sounds
Or
good.
today we were in a hurry, so we used a pressure cooker. Like
Yeah.
15 minutes? How long did you leave it?
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
minutes.
And I'll send out the recipe to everybody so they've got it and I'll add in there how you do the crock pot versus pressure cooker or whatever. But you use dried beans, not canned beans, right?
No, you
Okay.
have to use dry beans.
Okay.
And when you cook it, you use a lot of water because you're going to use the water for the soup.
Yeah.
And there we go. So we're going to have how you call this?
Bell peppers.
Bell peppers, green and red. Yes, chiltomas. Sorry, chiltomas, and we're going to use onions and the cilantro. For me, that's the green gold. It's
Green
the el oro verde because I use cilantro for everything, literally for everything.
And did you have any friends growing up or family members who have that thing with cilantro where it tastes like soap? Because there are people that they said they've tried to.
My sister didn't like it.
Ah.
Yeah, I guess, and like in my country, everybody have to eat it. It's
Soap tasting or not, you eat cilantro.
yeah, you growing up and you growing up eating, and it's like, and I tell my grandma I don't want it, and she say what? I said no, it's good. I like it. You know, you don't have choice. Okay,
love
we're
that.
going to start to
Love it.
yeah, podrías picar esto and
We already.
So they're washed, and we washed hands right beforehand. And
yeah.
Irene and I put our hair up. Obviously, if you're cooking at home and you don't mind a little extra hair in your food, that's your prerogative. But you know, we follow the hair up rule in the kitchen here. Okay, so Matt, tell us where you work. What do you do?
Yes, I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher. I'm working from the hospital. It's a daycare for the hospital. So I'm a teacher in the hospital. So I do a lot of stuff. I'm working with preschoolers, but my main thing is working with school age, and it's something that I enjoy. You know, it's kind of cool, and I am really like busy all the time, running everywhere, playing soccer, basketball, and you know, taking care of these kids. But that's my job right now. I'm up in the supervisor area with school age and some prep, and it's the after school program. I do a summer camp program. Yeah.
And as the parent of 2 kids who have attended there, Mac is absolutely amazing with kiddos.
Yes, I have
So we're
two
very fortunate to have him there.
beautiful kids. And something and why I decided to do this soup is because my wife, she loves soup. And it's like when I try to being like nice and stay happy in my house, so I make soup. And that one is one of the she really love it.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, happy wife, happy everybody.
Bean soup, happy wife.
Yeah. So I think that one is going to be for the soup. Yes. For our soup, we're going to put this one in the soup, but I need to cook this one and just and oh no, en unos cuadros and yeah, little pieces. We're going to put that's good. We're going to put the big pieces in the blender. Thank you.
So we use about half the pepper.
Yes, half the pepper for the blender and half the pepper for our stuff, for our soup. There we go.
Do your 2 kids love this as well?
They go,
It depends.
It-
they're young, so they go through phases of eating something, and they tell me, "I love you so much, mommy. This is the best thing I ever ate." And the next time I make it, they're like, "Why did you make this?"
Yeah.
So it's hard to answer that question.
And sometimes I'm acting like my grandma, and I say, if you're going to love it, just eat it.
Yeah.
And they eat it, and they love it, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, but
We can identify with that.
but for me, cook is something that make me can you go this too? Yes, half and half. Make me relax. When my house is really chaotic with my 2 kids like crying and running everywhere and be like crazy, I just decide telling my wife, "Can I cook today?" And I just prepare dinner in my own space with music, and I take this time like a therapy.
Yeah, it's cooking
And
therapy.
yeah,
Yeah, I get that. I feel like it took me a while to figure out that's what was. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm so lucky. I have a husband who cooks, which is great. But then I realized I was like, wait a second. When you cook, I'm out there with him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cutting the grass is the same way.
Cutting the grass, yeah. That's I use that time for
For you.
me. I just put some podcast and I,
Save your mental
you know,
energy.
yeah,
Yeah.
take my time.
Yeah.
Sometimes my wife said, "Why you take so long?"
The yard is not that
Because
big.
I like to,
Uh-huh.
you know,
Drag it out.
right.
I love it. I love it.
So I'm going to tell you about that. We have butter, mantequilla.
Hmm.
It depends to you. You
Yeah.
can use it or you cannot use it. For if you live in Central America, if you live in Nicaragua, you have to use it. It's like
Okay.
it's you don't have choice.
It's a rule.
Manteca? No.
It's mantequilla or yeah, or butter. But my wife sometimes she don't like greasy stuff, so I don't use it.
Mm,
If I do it just for me, I'm going to use it. I don't use a lot, but I just a little bit for giving this, testing texture.
yeah.
And sour cream. My wife she like it. I
Mhm.
don't like it. So
Oh.
she use it, but I don't use it. What we do is we don't put it in. We decide when everybody take the portion, you can decide if you use it or not. Add it, yeah, if you want. But that's something you have to do.
Yeah.
There's another case too with the lemon. You can add it in the soup, or you can add it later. It depends. She like it, I don't like it.
Yeah.
So I prefer plain.
Usar limon verde.
Yeah, you can
a
use a green
green-
line.
in Spanish, lemon and lime are the same word.
Yeah.
And so when he asked for a lemon,
Ah.
I said, "You wanted a lemon instead of a lime?" And he was like, "What's the difference?" And then
Oh, okay. I gotcha. So do you say limon verde or
Limon.
limon?
Limon is limon. It's the same one.
How do you know which one?
they apparently he didn't think there was a difference until
Until
Oh.
now.
conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until today.
So
Learn something every day.
in
Okay.
Nicaragua, we don't use this kind of the lemon. We use
Oh.
just green. It's
You
like
use limon, not
yeah,
limon.
limon.
Okay.
And in my grandma house, we have like three tree of lemon. So it's just and we have
Oh.
avocado and cilantro and
Uh-huh.
mint. And if you need something, just go into the backyard and they take it.
I love it.
Okay, so we're going to cook the onions. Uh, yes, just give me one. We're going to put one in the blender,
A whole one for the blend.
a whole one for the blender. We're going to use a small onion.
Hmm.
If you use this kind of small, you can put just one in the blender.
Oh. So
We're
okay,
going to
so you guys cut your blender or your onion. Oh, I like how you did
we
that.
cut in all like the greens, the green pepper, red pepper, and we put in the blender. Now we're going to cut the onion
Uh-huh.
and we're going to put in the blender.
Uh-huh.
And then we're going to add the beans in the blender and we're going to blend. Licuar.
Okay.
Yes.
Irene, I'm fascinated by how people cut their onions differently. I like how you just did that rocking against just the edge, because I was like, no, don't cut it like that. But I realized what you were doing. That's pretty cool.
There we go. So now for the soup, can you put in just half of this?
Somebody said, lucky her. I guess because you're cooking and doing the mowing.
Yeah, it depends. It depends.
You may not have him, she says. Oh, and he says this is for the end, but this is my friend John. He's wonderful. Hi, John. For the end of the lesson, does Nicaragua have a variant of guacamole? He said he used to live in Venezuela, and their variant is called guasacaca.
Guasacaca?
Yeah. And he said, I'm sure there's regional differences. Anyway, so he was just asking in general if you have your own variant.
Right. No, guacamole is.
No es diferente. Yo
It's-
nunca probé
no.
guacamole como tú haces hasta que tú lo hiciste.
So it depends what city you live.
Oh.
If you live in Managua, and the capital of Nicaragua,
Uh-huh.
we add
Don't do it. Don't cut.
eggs to the guacamole.
Yeah.
So we cut the onions and peppers and put some lemon and we add boiled eggs
No way.
and hard boiled eggs.
He makes the aguacate, the avocado is like in big chunks. It's very chunky. It's not blended and
No.
smooth like I had eaten in a Mexican restaurant or something like that. It's big
Yep.
chunks of
Pieces.
the onion and the avocado and the hard boiled eggs. It's very good though. You sometimes put tomato in it.
Sometimes, but I don't like tomatoes, so it
Yeah.
depends. When I cook for my wife, I have to add tomato because she loves tomatoes. So it's It depends.
Ooh,
Yeah,
it's always a compromise, isn't it?
all the time. It's when I cook. It's I have to cook something for her and something for me. But it's
Yeah.
There
Oh,
we go.
we've had a correction. She said I was referring to his grandma who had 3 of the lime trees or lemon trees. So you are wonderful, and she's very lucky to have you. But she meant the tree.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to add the beans right here. Is you can see is now the whole right here. We have
Okay.
the beans. It's not the whole pound. It's maybe that is just half a pound
Okay.
of the hard beans.
Yeah.
And
Now they're cooked. Now
yeah, you're going to add in here. These beans they already cooked, so you add in right here.
Okay.
a little bit of water.
Yes, I'm going to put this right here. There we go. So now we're going to, can you open this? We're going to add the cilantro. And I need just half for this one. But yeah, it's really interesting because I have friends from Mexico and they do this kind of soup different. So it depends. We're going to add the uh, cilantro, and I need the el ajo.
El ajo.
Ajo.
Oh, and we have another comment. It said the guacamole in El Salvador is also made with hard-boiled eggs.
Oh,
So listen, we got people with all kinds of
That's
guacamole
good.
comments. Yeah.
it's good to know because sometimes I try to um, figure it out where
Uh-huh.
is that guacamole is coming from.
Yeah.
Because in the different part of Managua, like in another cities in Nicaragua, it's the same like the guacamole that we know. It's
Yeah.
like it's the same one. But maybe our guacamole is coming from Salvador, and
Yeah.
we never know.
That's so cool. It sounds delicious.
It makes it very nutritious too. Like sometimes we will just eat that guacamole like and rice or chips and it's lunch because it has
Yeah.
all those food groups in it.
Yeah.
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 That does sound really delicious.
There we go. So I'm going to put two how you call it in English?
A garlic clove.
Garlic clove.
Clove, yeah.
In Spanish we say diente.
Oh, like a
Like,
tooth.
A garlic
garlic tooth,
Two
diente?
garlic tooth.
Garlic teeth.
In Nicaragua, I don't know where's another, when I say in Spanish, it's because I'm from Nicaragua. But in Nicaragua, we say diente de ajo. It's like a tooth of garlic.
I love that. And if there's anybody out there listening in, if you're from another country where Spanish is spoken and you've heard garlic clove, feel free to share.
So the beans, they already have salt. So you don't need to add salt. because-
Perfect.
No, yeah, I put in salt when I boil the beans.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you don't have to put in salt to the soup.
Gotcha.
But if you like test it and say, they need a little bit, you can add, all the time. It's like whatever you want.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I like to watch cooking stuff and videos, and I know somebody that use the salt like that, salt.
Uh-huh.
And I have it's a really like good friend. All the time he say it's a easy cook if you don't cook.
It's easy to cook.
Es fácil cocina para los que no cocinan. Oh,
Easy cooking for people who don't cook.
there we go.
Oh, yeah. So like cooking's easy for anybody who does. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to we're going to blend this, and let me see. There we go. Y que chille. And let me see. There we go. And that's everything. Can you start the
Oh, and we just had another comment that said we also, but it's anonymous. We don't know who it is. We also enjoy this type of guacamole as a meal with warm corn tortillas.
Yeah.
That does sound amazing. Now I'm getting hungry.
And
That sounds amazing.
That's remember me something because we do in Nicaragua, the soup, you have to eat it with rice. It's like
Oh, yeah.
rice. You can use tortilla, but it's not really like popular.
You're
But
gonna get a funny look.
but rice is like essential. Rice need to be there. Rice.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
However, we did not make white rice today because
Yeah, we
it's
don't.
not, we're trying to be healthier and not eat rice as often.
There we go.
So do you prefer white rice from back home,
Um,
or did you do brown rice or what?
I use white rice when
Yeah.
I eat rice. My wife, she can eat like everything.
Yeah.
I prefer the white rice.
Fair enough.
It's because I growing up in that system, in Nicaragua. I know a lot of Central American and Latin American countries. Rice is like something that's need to be in the plate,
Yeah.
and most is white rice. It's
Yeah.
but so now
Makes
I'm
sense.
going to add the water for the soup. I don't know how to say. I say it's the soup
Yeah.
when I cook the beans.
Uh-huh.
I take some beans and I put it over here and blend it, and
Uh-huh.
that is the soup that we have it for our beans.
Okay.
So we're going to use it here, and we're going to start to boil this together with the vegetables, and yeah.
Perfect.
So we're going to wait when the water is starting like boiling. We're going to add. We can add this right now.
Yeah.
We can add this
This-
right now.
Thickens it.
Yes.
Oh.
Otherwise, it's very, very runny and watery.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
okay.
the reason that we, do this and with the blender and the beans, because it's going to be espeso
Hmm.
and it's going to give you a really like good texture.
Okay.
But we're
Okay.
going to add. There we go. Oh man, that looks really good.
And you can move it to the camera, and you can show people what it looks like in there, just real quick. Just
There
to see
we
what
go.
I know. I'm curious to see it too.
Yes, you can put over here.
Oh yeah.
You can
Okay.
see, yeah, over there.
So you can see some of the
Yep.
stuff floating. Yum. Okay. And we'll see. And if it doesn't have enough time to boil then you can kind of walk us through what you do at home. Yeah. So we'll see.
Yes. So now we're going to add the other half part of cilantro,
Mhm.
and
Which everybody in Nicaragua loves.
everybody love. If you don't love, you have to love. You don't have choice.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Something I do with the eggs. With the eggs is, I think it's, I don't know if it's just me, but I growing up looking my grandma doing. So I
Uh-huh.
cooking like my grandma,
Uh-huh.
and sometimes she just when she was cooking, she take the eggs and just break it and put it. But yeah, one of the eggs maybe there was no good and messed the whole
Oh no.
soup. So what she did it was put it in the little containers
Uh-huh.
and just break it and put it in here because you can see if he's good or no.
I don't think I've ever seen somebody break an egg like that before.
Eh,
Are you bang it on the top of the knife, on the flat part of the knife?
Right.
What? Mind blown right now.
Can you add the cilantro, please?
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. We're not going to cut the cilantro. We're going to put in just in big pieces. And now we're going to wait. When this water is boiled, you're going to add the eggs just like that. You open and just like put it. Yeah. And yeah.
And then you just let it sit. You don't stir it up, or you do?
No, you just let them let the eggs like cooking. When the eggs
Okay.
they really like hard, you
Uh-huh.
can move it.
Okay.
But
Once they're it's
boil,
like a hard
yeah,
boiled
it's a-
egg that cooked in the soup.
I
Yeah.
So then
gotcha.
when you serve it, you'll get an entire egg
yes,
in your
That's
bowl of soup.
fantastic.
yeah.
So everybody gets at least one egg. So you,
Least-
depending on the
is-
number of people you're serving.
It depends. It depends because it's if it's for me, I can eat 4 eggs. It's
Yeah.
like Irene, she prefer just one because
Uh-huh.
she prefer the soup. And
Gotcha.
I like the eggs. How is the combination with the eggs and the beans and all this and the rice. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
And we were saying, we feel like a pound of beans in our family feeds about 4 people, makes enough soup for 4 people.
4 people.
Normally, since we like leftovers of this dish, we would make double the recipe we're making today. And
Okay.
then we save it or we freeze some of it
And eat it again.
and eat it again later.
That sounds delicious. So then what do you do with the limon, not the limon?
So the limon is you can add like you can squeeze in your portion
So, like,
if
I
you
have
want.
the-
Like you cut in a half,
Uh-huh.
and then in rodajas and slices, and
Yeah.
you can just give it to everybody and each person they're going to eat, and they can squeeze in your own portion.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Oh, so it's almost like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You just cut everybody one. Oh, so we've been not corrected, but informed. Poaching. So that's poaching the egg. I could not think of that word.
Pushing.
Poaching.
I never knew that's what poaching an egg was.
Yeah.
What do you know?
Yeah. So hard boils when it stay inside the shell, but when you cook it like that, but keep it all together, it's poaching.
Oh, how you say pushing in Spanish?
See?
I love that you ask your American wife how you say
It's
poaching.
because she know a lot of like synonymous synonyms in Spanish that I don't know, and sometimes I
That's
ask
true.
her how do you say this in Spanish, and she tell me say oh yeah because in my country we say in that way,
Uh-huh.
but it's not like the professional or the normal way,
Yeah. Yeah.
we inventing one way to say what something,
Yeah.
but I don't know how to.
That's so great. I don't know. We'll have to look it up.
But
I don't have my phone on.
that's it. The eggs is the last part. You put the eggs, and it's the same when you have your portion and you think you food. You can add sour cream, and you can add a little butter if you want. But it's your choice. It's whatever you want. Yeah.
Oh, ¿se pocha el huevo?
Pochar? Pochar?
Pochar el huevo?
I never
Mm.
heard that.
I don't know. No.
La casa furtiva. See, now I'm just Googling it, which is never a smart thing to do. That's funny.
Actually.
But yeah.
Oh, that's like poaching an animal. I was like, that doesn't sound right. Oh my gosh, that's so good.
We should have done like trivia for Hispanic Heritage Month or something.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
something that you can do too with this kind of eggs. I use it for my chicken soup.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I bet
that-
that's really good.
Oh, really good. It's really
And
good.
you wait till it boils and then you put it in. Okay.
Yes, when the soup is boiled and you see las burbujitas, you can add the eggs too, and
Okay.
it's good. It's good. I
I
really
love that.
Sopa de pollo también.
yes I do.
Yeah, he does. We should make that another time.
I know. We'll just have to have you back next year at the same time or anytime because really there's no bad time to eat that. It sounds
And
amazing.
the good about this soup is like it's coming, the cold weather, and you can use it right now when it's like chilly and you want just being warm a little bit.
Yeah.
In Nicaragua, we're using like every day,
Right.
like every week,
Any time of year.
any time of year, because anytime, never is cold, super hot all the time. So we have summer the whole year.
I love it. Oh yeah. Well,
No,
that's
maybe
true.
you don't love it, but yeah.
Okay, huevos poche and huevo furtivo. These are all okay. Judging by that face, you guys don't know either. Okay. All right. So that's pretty much it. Yes. So we're gonna wait for this to boil,
Yes.
and then when it's boiling, we're gonna put in our eggs. How long does it take to do the eggs? Once
The
they're
eggs
in?
is just like 2 minutes.
Okay.
When the soup is boiled, you put the eggs,
And then you're
put the
done.
top 2 minutes, and it's ready.
Okay. So for everybody out there watching, that's what the plan is. We're going to wait till this boils for a few minutes. But, if we had the editing crew here, we could like cut it, but we won't make you guys wait. And so we'll report back. I'll send out an email and let everybody know how delicious it was, and I'm sure it's going to be amazing and wonderful. And then I will send out the email to everybody who's out there with the recipe and all the ingredients and how to do it. And we'll include the crock pot and the pressure cooker. And some people, my father-in-law can leave. He likes to cook with dried beans and makes an amazing bean soup. That like in Bosnia, that was their year-round thing. But I've never been able to do my beans like that, like to leave them overnight soaking. I always have to do the pressure cooker. But thank you guys so much for being here. I can't wait to eat this.
You're welcome.
We'll have to crank that up all the way. But thank you all for joining us. We will be in touch. And if you have any questions or anything, my email is dmaddux, so DMADDUX @srhs.com. And yeah, happy Hispanic Heritage Month. Thank you both. And we will see you all next month. And feel free to look on the look under the SpartanburgRegional.com events, and we'll have next month coming up. I believe we're learning how to make some broth, and we've got Dawn Gibson coming. I'm pretty sure that's the next month, but it's going to be amazing. Thank you all for joining us. Have a great night. Adios.